What's up, Steve? What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up, Matt? You guys can hear me on Instagram. Might not be a lot of red days. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens here. I'm live on my Full Auto Boot Camp Instagram account. My regular one's pissing me off. We're looking at the S&P 500 here. Now we're looking at ARK. What's up, Michael? We're looking at ARK. We may have caught the bottom. Now, I want you to see something on ARK. I'm just going to take a minute and soak in what is the ARK Fund. It's been just brutalized. I mean, they just took it outside and just beat it straight down to the point where let's take this down. If you look at this, I mean, look at this downtrend, man. This is brutal. And today, in my Discord group, I posted this thing of Exxon. And they were saying, man, sell Exxon. Goldman Sachs came out and said, sell Exxon when it was like $30. Now they say, buy Exxon. So news is always worst at the bottom and it's always the best at the top, just so you know, as a general rule. So when you find yourself agreeing with the news, go ahead and figure you're probably wrong, okay? When the general consensus is you should buy Shiba, it's probably the time not to buy Shiba, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean you get out of your investment. I have a bunch of money in oil, but I don't know that I'm committing much money to oil today. And yet people are. People are doing that. So here we see ARK and solid downtrend. Where's our anchor point? We almost was there technically right here. And let's take this up, man. Yeah, we're not on the Full Auto 1-1 account today. YouTube. What is going on? Pretty low turnout. Now, let's put ARK inside of the Bollinger Bands. I was showing you guys these the other day, and I used to use these a lot. I felt like the RSI kind of summed up the Bollinger Band, and so I moved on from Bollinger Bands. But I do think they are interesting and from time to time worth looking at. The Bollinger Bands are just measure price volatility. And the only thing of interest in a Bollinger Band is when it breaks out of the Bollinger Band. And what you get is like this snapback effect. And that's why this guy came up with it. Really, in my opinion, for short-term traders. But it catches when it breaks out of the band, whether to the bottom or to the top, you get this pullback effect. And it's the same with RSI. They have these things and they say, technically it's considered oversold. Oversold just means there's an oscillator that's tracking price. And when it hits a certain price, it goes, hey, this is what we call oversold. And it does the same to the upside, right? So if we look back over here on ARK, when you start getting these kind of readings, price tends to stop. But if it breaks out of the band, that becomes a real point of contention. It's an extreme low, it's an extreme high. And as you follow the bands or follow the moving averages, follow the daily prints on a chart, this is going to print out. And every day you can form an opinion about what you see. You'd be like, whoa, look at ARK. It's cheap here. It's not cheap. It's expensive. Well, these things here measure price volatility, the direction of price, how far it's moved. And we can look at it and we can make an assumption that this is a pattern, meaning whenever it happens, it tends to pull back, right? Now, what people who are really short-term trading, they're looking for a pullback to that 20-day. So a guy might short it up here. As soon as it hits that line, boom, he covers it, right? And the opposite would be true. When it breaks out of a band, like down here, and it pulled back, a guy would cover it. Boom, get in, close it out. And price moves in and out of these bands. And all the guy's waiting for is for it to break out of it, and then you assume it's going back to it. Some aren't going to be that profitable. And then look, it broke out of it. Now what? Price is moving up. Right? Now, if I was a super short-term trader, there you go. That's the game plan. And then I follow however many my little brain can follow. You mean? You go, what do you mean? How many can your little brain follow? You follow that many. And so you would take this. Let's just play with this for a second. We're making up some shit here. Oh, you dirty bastard. Hold on. Why is it doing that? Let's look at Spot. No, better yet. Let's look at Netflix. That's a recent one. Look at Netflix. See it breaking out of the bands. Now, to be fair, broke out of the bands here too, man. And then it didn't work. Look, it broke the bands, right, down. And so the general consensus is it's going to pull back to the band. It didn't. Kept going lower. But now what? Now you see it doing it. And so that's why short-term traders have to create some kind of rules for themselves to protect themselves from this when their strategy is wrong. And the shorter your window, the more important that is. So if your window is very short, that's a hell of a fucking drop. Now, if your window's 6 months, 12 months, year, that may not be that big a deal. They could recover that and be back in a few weeks, man, or a few months, right? But it's going to depend on the size of your positions too, right? So your window timing and your size, man. And this is what makes this line here so important is the direction of the line. The Bollinger Band uses the 20-day moving average. That's what the money flows trading system uses. We use the 20. This is cardinal print, basic doctrinal concept that if price is below this green line, it's going down. And if it's above it, it's going up, man. And it can't go up unless it's above the green line. That is the only way for price to go up, man. Now watch this. And this little pattern you'll see play out where price runs, right? Starts to break out of the band. What does it do? Pulls back to the 20. And it'll do it to the upside, to the downside, and you'll just see this little game being played where it, now, when they start to come in, like you're seeing here, see how tiny they're getting? This is where your ability to understand it. We talk about anchor points, money flow 2.0. We're drawing these anchor points. What does that allow us to do? Then we can begin to what? We begin to see what? Support and resistance. You begin to draw them. And what happens? You see the bands come together. And so a lot of this stuff is all saying the same thing. It's just how do you visually want to see it? You know? How do you want it to appear to you? But it's all doing the same thing, man. You ever spend time with Bollinger Bands? They're pretty cool, man. Now, obviously, I believe the money flow sees the Bollinger. We see it. I don't need them. I don't need them visually to see it. The RSI told me here it was oversold as hell. I mean, it was oversold. And even it was oversold there when it got smashed, you know. And, you know, that's just, I mean, it's going to lift up. It's not going to keep, it's Netflix. And you're going to see it. Where's it probably going to run? Right into here. It's going to hit the 20 and then stop. And there's going to be people, look, man, they're going to take money right there. They're going to close this trade out, which is going to put selling pressure on the stock that's moving up. And you say, what are you talking about? The flow of the market, man. The money flow. Money flows in, money flows out. Money flows in, money flows out, man. This is the money flow. That's what it is. And prices move, man. And we can have that on or have that off, right? Where zones of oversold right here. And yet we see it's not perfect. Look, oversold. What? Watch. What did I tell you about the power of the bands? When it gets oversold, I bet if we go look, it broke out of the bands there, and then what happened? Pulls to the 20. Let's save this. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't look at them anymore because I can see them. I don't need it there. You get too much shit on your charts. Well, let's put the bands on there. I can see them. I can see them in my head, man. I don't need the bands on the chart. 10,000 hours, man, just staring at charts. And as a chart ticks and ticks and ticks and moves on and ticks and moves on, it's putting in anchor points. And as we connect anchor points like little kids with crayons, we begin to see what? Market structure, right? Anchor point, anchor point, anchor point. Right? We begin to see what downtrends. Well, the bands told us that too. The bands are pointing straight fucking down. And then what? Sideways. And then what? Straight down. Right? But as I back up and see, what am I seeing? Stage 4 decline goes into a stage 1. No, didn't break out. Turn back again into a stage 4 decline. So I can see what the bands see, man. I don't need to have them on there. Or the DMI. Or even stochastics or MACD moving average. Once you've looked at it enough, when you see this, you know what it's doing. You know what a bottom looks like. And they say, well, you can't pick bottoms. You pick all of them. What are you talking about? They all look the same, man. Price stops. Pick a stock, dude. Pick one. And you say, well, but it went down again. All right, well, started another leg down. I don't know the future. I'm just telling you what it's doing, you know? And a lot of these just roll together. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin with the bands. The band is back again. Let's see. Man, I wish I was you. I wish I was you. Look at it just drift. Pow, tag it. Breaks out. What happens? Drifts. Tags it. Right? What happens? Breaks the bands, drifts, tags it. And sometimes it's vertical, right? And other times it's a pull-up. So if I'm a short-term trader and I'm watching bands, what kind of setup am I looking for, right? I'm looking for one I think it's going to pull back a decent amount, man, right? And they're not all going to look right, and you're looking for a certain pattern on the chart, and that's why you follow 10, 15 things. You're waiting for the pattern, you make your move. Your stop loss, set your fucking target, and you let it happen. It's not that complicated, and these are very short-term swing trades. And if that's your game, you play it, man. But, I'm playing a longer picture. Let's pull up Peter's report. So, what are we looking at today? Looking at this, where do you think Exxon is? Where's Exxon? So if we go pull up Exxon, let's put Exxon in the bands with the 20-day moving average. It's breaking out of the bands. You see it? Do you see many locations where that happens? Right there, right? And we keep taking this back. Often when you see it break out, what does it do? Pulls back, right? Well, what's the RSI telling us? It's overbought, man. Would we buy here? Hell no. No. I bet you get on CNBC. They love oil stocks. Oil's going to 100. Yeah, I know. That's why we bought it back there. You don't buy this here. Right? I mean, if you're a short-term trader, that happened here. So we're looking for these zones where the bands come together or price comes together, support and resistance forms, right? We can start to form it, man. Watch. This is Exxon, man. There's an anchor point. Come on, man. Hold on. We got anchor point. Right? It starts to emerge. So if you were over here, Instagram for the slow kids, and as these bars print and you're doing your anchor point, right? And price starts to go sideways, it comes together. Meaning price can't move up without the moving at. Everything comes together, man. And there's your point right there. Everything came together. And then what? Broke. Took off. Breakout, right? We're up. 5-day, 10-day are above the 20. Price is above the 20. Price is moving. It's a breakout, right? Boom, man. Look. Let's just run that band, man. Took a little of this down today. Just a little, man. I want to keep my Exxon. I've been buying it for years, but I need a little money. So there we go. We want to sell into strength. We want to buy weakness, right? Let's check in on Nike. Would you trim Exxon? Yeah, I trimmed a little today, but they were odd lots, man. I still have a lot of shares. I had about 60 G's in Exxon, Chevron, and Conoco. I'm not looking to take it down. I do think it's overpriced, and I do think it'll pull back. And someone may say, "Well, if you think that, why don't you take it down?" Well, fuck, I could be wrong, and I like my exposure. And to be honest, I'd like to have 100,000 of it. Probably not this cycle. They're going to keep paying their dividend, so I get a support. I get a little chunk of passive income every month, 60,000. The dividends are like 4.5, 5,000, or 4.5, 5%. So, what is that? What are these dividends on Exxon? Let's put 60,000 times 4. It's 200 a month. I don't want to cut that off, man. I like that. I don't want to buy any here. It's overpriced. So I'd rather be buying, let's see, Haynes Brands. It's kind of an ugly chart. It's starting to come together, but, let's look at AT&T real quick. This is an ugly chart. This one. Look at AT&T. It's gone from one end of the bands to the other. Didn't really break out though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like here, I guess you count it, and it'll probably be pulled up maybe. Let's look at DraftKings, man. Everybody wants to talk about DraftKings. Yeah, DraftKings broke them. We bought, the other day. Where did I say? Hold on, let me see if I can find this. On 124, closing Gush and UTSL, small drips across all growth stocks. What was that on 124? I bet you that 124 day is right there. Let's pull it up. 24th. You see that? So if you look at the newsletter, what does it say? It says I'm adding across everything. DraftKings, Palantir, across the whole board. Everything I own, I'm buying a little bit. What am I doing there? I'm just pushing money into the portfolio. Is that a stage one? No. But look what it's done. It's broke out of, it's gone into Dunky Dunk land. Now, what if that's not the bottom? Okay, if I make a rule in life of tagging these, I'm going to be all right. Take me forward a year, 2 years, 3 years. Take me back on Exxon. And if I'm tagging these, if I'm tagging this for a couple shares over a 6-8 month period, and you say, well, but it wasn't the bottom, it went to another one. Good, I'll buy that one too. And then when it goes up, what am I doing? I'm selling into the opposite. If I want to sell, if I want to harvest gains or take profits, that's when I want to do it. Now, what if all of these go up, all of these run up? Well, here, instead of getting greedy, you go, wow, man, we've been killing it in stocks. Maybe you peel some of that off and you go take half of that, plus you add some and you put it into a rental property. And these things become part of what you do, man. That's how I see stocks. Stocks are a tool for me. Right now we got DraftKings breaking out. Good. If we can get this up to the 40, we're going to turn what was a couple bad months into what? All of a sudden a gain, man. Maybe we roll some of those Exxon profits here. I probably wouldn't do that, but if I was trading, I would. I'm not trading Exxon, but if I was trading it, I was trading Gush, right? What did I do? Close Gush. Why? So that I could buy DraftKings, so that I could buy Pinterest, so that I could buy Snap, Spotify, right? ARK, across all growth stocks. What am I selling? Gush, UTSL. You say, but I was all in. Me too. Now I got money. What do you mean? I sold Gush. Right? Now it's up today, but it's pushing against a previous high when all the oil stocks are banging 80 RSI. Good. Let's take some of those gains, and so that was the mindset behind that. Take some of those gains. We had taken off UTSL up here. Now it's starting to turn. We're downsizing that trade. These are triple leverage funds, UTSL, Gush, These are triple leveraged funds. We had gains in those, and these are like ridiculously underpriced. Now, what happens if these run up and USTSL comes down and mortgage REITs come down and, all these things come down? Good. And we could sell some of this to buy those. And that's called trading. It's called portfolio management trading. That's not day trading. That's playing chess. It's playing chess, man. And it's bigger than a couple fucking months. And if you play this out year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, committed to the process, and you're watching all these different things, man, you're going to be all right, man. You're going to be all right. You're going to be light years ahead of your friends. Your fucking financial advisor goes, you say, hey, man, you know what the price of oil is? He's like, no. Oh. Do you know where the bonds are, TLT? No. Oh. You know where Bitcoin is? No. You know what the average rate is for a landlord to get a loan? Traditional 15, 20-year loan, 30-year note? No. What the fuck do you advise me on? Fund ratios to be in. Now, maybe to be a voice to keep you in the market so you don't do something stupid like get out. Like meet Kevin, like you're going to sell all your stocks. Oh, I'm terrified. I might lose all my $20 million. How will I pay my light bill? Fuck out of here. You ever hear Warren Buffett do that? I'm blowing out, guys. You ever hear Warren Buffett? I'm closing it all out. Fucking taking it all out. No. Fuck, ridiculous. Wish breaking out. A lot of people be scared to take it. Oh, it went down so far on me, I can't buy it. It is breaking out. Do we trust it? Probably not. Do we trust it? Probably not. I'm in Wish, though. I got a bunch I'm looking at adding to here today. I'm waiting to see the close, man. Let's look at Crowd. Let's look at Crowd. Yeah, stage 2 breakout. You remember when COVID did this? Everybody was like, oh, it's a dead cat bounce. Okay. Or it's a stage 2 breakout, the beginning of a new uptrend. Unlike you, I'm not clairvoyant. I can't read the future. And I don't listen to news a lot, so I don't have a preconceived fucking opinion in my head. I just see a breakout. See, a lot of people can't see a stage 2 breakout because they listen to Fox News. And then now they don't see a breakout. They have a fucking commentator in their head. You know that, right? There's people that do that, man. They go to a YouTube channel and all of a sudden they're like, fuck, dude. I know my strategy says this is a breakout. I can't do it, man. Those people don't know what they're talking about. This thing is trading below the 200-day moving average. It is technically overbought or oversold. Is it the bottom? I don't know. I know it's a great company. Could price go lower? Could. Very well could. And other things could go up, right? Other things could go up. So we'll see. Adding to DraftKings today, or are we already in a full position? Yeah, man. Everybody got on the train at a different time. So if you say, well, I'm in a full position, good. This other guy may not be. So if you're brand fucking new, this is a stage 2 breakout. Don't listen to the guy that bought it up here and he's crying. Don't listen to that guy. You don't know what he's talking about. If you listen to those people, you're never going to get in the market and be doing the things you should do. So everyone's getting on the train at a different time. Some people are getting in right at the high and it crashes and they're like, man, this sucks. And somebody's starting that day and they double their money in a year and they say, stock market's great. And then guess what? They start to get hit and somebody new comes in. Every day somebody new starts playing this game. Every day somebody new buys their first house. Every day somebody new gets married, has a baby, dies of old age. And inside of that life cycle are these fucking patterns, man, being played out. Right? Because sometimes we see it just as ourself. Right? Where are we at on Ford? All right, let's drop the bands here. Oof. UTO sell rejected the 20. I'm not back in the trade, man. I'm not back in yet. Where's oil? Oof. Do you see what I see in oil right now? See a little box? See a little box? See the RSI Extreme? See the RSI Extreme? You see that? What do you think? What do we do with this? So in comments said, would you trim Exxon even if it's a buy and hold? It's up to you, man. When did you get on the train? I've been on the Exxon train for like 11 years. My position's kind of large. Maybe I take $1,000 or $2 and do what with it? I don't put it in one of my new positions. Maybe. You know, they're paying me $2,400 a year. I don't want to trim much, right? But these are the decisions we think about. So if we're constructing a portfolio, if you remember last year, toward the end of the year, I added Hasbro. Hasbro came down pretty low, went extreme. We could buy some of that. What else could we buy? Intel. Intel's on the extreme. Intel's down here, Exxon's up there, just as a general concept. Exxon's up here and overpriced, right? And Intel's down here and what? Potentially underpriced. Possible, right? Let's pull up tip ranks. What do they think Exxon's worth? $77. So I got, let's say, 60 G's in a company that's overvalued by 3%. Right? Now, if we look at Intel, also pays a dividend. What do they think Intel's worth? They think Intel has 13% upside, and the chart on Intel is the opposite of the chart on Exxon. That would be like selling high and buying low, right? Similar concept. He says IRAM. Look at Cisco. Now, I got it cleaned up. Since a lot of you guys have small brains, I'm just using the 20-day and the RSI. Okay? So we can stay at your level. RSI, RSI. Now notice, RSI, RSI. Now notice, if we were marking anchor points, which are what? What are anchor points? The very high each day. So each day, we draw it with a little circle. And one day, it'll be the highest high. And we know most of the time when it happens, our RSI is extreme. Right? I like this boot camp. It's only 75 people. These are like people who followed me for a long time. I get a lot of passerbys on my other Instagram account. A lot of weak hands. A lot of weekends, a lot of people bullshitting. They like to watch content on getting rich. They don't want to get rich. Let's see. That's why I like this one. We got our anchor points. Now what? Boom. Top to bottom. RSI extreme. So we know this move is completed. So now what I'm looking for, this to be the bottom. Now I need a box, right? Well, that's only 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. I don't know, man. We could borrow one. We talked about that, right? And you say, what do you mean borrow one? Well, if you got solid support that's held up a bunch of times and it's a pretty quality company and you want to increase your position and you're on the extreme and you got one or two, you got a pivot, you got an anchor point, you got a couple bars, borrow one, man. Fuck it. Go a little early if you like it. Now, let's put it in and see what Cisco's work. While it looks like a bottom and it looks like it's stage one, is it an undervalued bottom in stage one? Well, TipRank says $65. It's 20% undervalued. I don't know about you, but if I could buy some dividend power, I'd sure like to buy it on sale. Just as a general rule, I don't like to buy Exxon at 78. I like to trim Exxon at 78. And I like to buy Exxon when it's undervalued 20, 30, 40%. So that later I can trim it to add it to something that's undervalued that also pays a dividend. I know, weird concept, buy low, sell high, collect dividends. Fucking crazy, right? A lot of people are like, what are you talking about? They have no idea what I'm talking about. These companies pay yields. As the price goes higher, you get less and less money for your yield, okay? You understand that? So if you buy Exxon at 78, you're getting whatever it is. If it falls to 58 and you buy it, and then it goes back to 78, your dividend is much higher than the guy buying the dividend here. Much higher. If you buy a house undervalued, fix it up yourself, then start collecting rent, you're getting passive income and you have equity in the property that's growing exponentially. And as a general rule, if you do that over and 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 through a repetitive pattern, you'll end up with a whole bunch of money. I know, crazy. Call me crazy. Let's see. Where's technology stocks? So on the 24th, let me see. Where are we at on CRM? Stage 2 breakout, man. Now, this is a dividend stock. No, it's not. This is CRM, not a dividend stock. It's a Dow stock. Excuse me, I misspoke. It's a Dow stock. What is the value of CRM? It's not a dividend stock. It will be. $337. They believe that it is 46% undervalued. And you say, how could that possibly be, Gerald? How could it be undervalued by 46% and trading below the 200 and it's a Dow stock and you've been buying? How is that all possible? How could you be so awesome? I say, well, I just watch it. And when it goes below, two things I'm looking for. Boxes. See them? Why? How could you be so awesome? I'm looking for boxes that correspond with tops and bottoms. I can't know it's top. I can't know it's the bottom. But I know one thing, what the top looks like. All of the oscillators go extreme. These. And from that point, we could take and analyze it fundamentally and say, is this company undervalued, overvalued, or fair valued? Well, if we go look at Exxon right now, the RSI is extreme. And it's fair value. If we look at CRM right now, the RSI is extreme and it's undervalued. It's the money flow, Alex says. Yes, sir. Oh, God. You guys are lucky, man. I'm getting excited, man. This is going to $54 fucking dollars. $254 is in the cards in this one. This is CRM. Salesforce, one of the largest tech companies in the world, badass American company. It is trading below the 200-day moving average, 46% below undervalued. It is a Dow stock. At a time when interest rates and technology have been hit, this company sets up for what could possibly... Come on, man. This is easy. This is easy trading. This is taking candy from babies. That's it. How are you so hot? Man, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. Come on, we got to pause for a second. Look, the only thing that would make this sweeter, the only thing that would make me like this better, the only thing that would make me kind of giggle as I walked along the day, which I've done that before, where I'm just happy and I meet a stranger and I go, "You're not going to believe what I just did. I just bought a company for 40% undervalue that will pay me money for the rest of my life." And they don't care. That's the funny thing. The bartender at the bar in New Orleans at Fritzl's, I go to Fritzl's all the time, he does not give a fuck. He is broke and doesn't care. He's just working at Fritzl's. He doesn't care about Exxon. He doesn't think nothing about CRM, never even saw a chart, never looked. That's who surrounds me, man. That's who surrounds you. The unaware. They don't know. Their heads in it. But they watch news. They have opinions. But they don't know. They don't know the value of a stock. They don't know about dividends. They don't understand penny stocks or what a biotech is or what a REIT is or what a blue cap dividend stock or a mid cap or small cap or large cap growth. They don't know what that is. Or genomics or an electronically traded note or a REIT or a trust. They don't know what these things are, man. The people around you, they're fucking brain dead. They don't know shit about the economy, interest rates, or even how to get rich. Most people are stupid. They do not know. It's not because they're not intelligent. Don't misunderstand me. They just choose not to know these things. And they're of the opinion that someone else has to tell you. Someone else has to know, tell me. I couldn't possibly know. And who? The guy you go to who doesn't know any of those things either? He's the one? So who do you turn to for that? Nobody. They don't know. Let's see. Where's Bitcoin? It's about to break the 20. Did you know that? A lot of people have been sending me a message saying, "Gerald, do you want?" Of course I'm watching. Fuck, man. You don't even need to ask. This will go with me in the car. What are we waiting for? This. And you say, "Yeah, but it didn't work there." I know. That means it's more likely to work on the next one. He was like, "What do you mean?" It means it's more likely to work on the next one. I'm sorry, I can't help that. It didn't work. I get it. And then we came down and did another box. This one we didn't break. And then what? Another one. We broke the bands, by the way. Broke the bands. What day was that? The 24th. What happened on the 24th? Dripping across all growth stocks. Next day, adding to BTC. What is BTC? Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Let's see. So that's my signal. Now, if it's buy and hold, there ain't nothing wrong with buying down there at 30, man. I know there's plenty of people in the money flow gang that tag that. That's fine. You're not outside the rules of the money flow. These are extreme days. And if you've traded with me for a minute, you've seen me send out a thing saying, "Hey, I'm calling an audible. This is off the books." Meaning it's not the normal because the move is so big. Now let me let you in. You say, "Well, how do you know when to call? When do you?" Oh, then I get the guy who's like, "Well, how do you know when to?" Well, let me show you. I just don't talk about it a lot. When it breaks these bands. See? But then people get band happy. So you got to be careful. I don't want them to misunderstand the money flow. I don't need to see the bands to see this. Okay? But when you get these days, even if it's not the bottom, I assure you, you are buying bottoms. Let's say it goes over Does one more. Good. Go look at Exxon. That's the way it turned around. That's the way Ford turned around. At Ford, it starts to bottom. And there's a couple of these, and then what? It starts to turn the other way, man. Well, guess what a breakout looks like? Price breaks out above. What do we do then? Nothing. Stop buying. Just watch it. And it goes higher and higher and higher and higher. And what are we looking for? This. So what do you mean, Gerald? When it starts breaking out of the bands in the top and the RSI is extreme, well, guess what that looks like? So I'm saying I don't need the bands to see this, but having known about them helped me put it all together, so to speak, right? So as I'm drawing my anchor points, right? Boom, boom, right? Anchor points. You could probably call that one, right? These are getting super tight. I know when they start getting super tight like this and everything starts to come together and we're coming off a 70 RSI, what are we looking at? We can go look at the pattern. We're looking at the money flow pattern, right? Now what? Everything rolls over. What are we waiting for? Bottoms. So we started trying to buy that one. Was that the bottom? Nope. To be fair, did it get very extreme? Nope. We know the good juicy ones come extreme, right? Yeah. I mean, I know that enough that I might elect not to do something. Now I bought some of this because I was pretty sure that was the bottom. And it wasn't. All right, good. We'll buy the next one. All right, good. We'll buy the next one. Is that not buying all the bottoms? Boom, boom, boom. You know, if there's none, buy that one too. All I know is, as a general rule in life, if you know what bottoms look like and you reserve your money to put it to work in what appears to be a bottom, if you get real good at picking those, sometimes you're going to pick the exact fucking bottom, right? And it's going to turn and run up and you're going to make a bunch of money. And then some is going to take time, and that's cool because it allows you to build the position larger and larger and larger. And you're like, well, what if I don't have any money? Then don't do anything. But, I mean, damn, you can't trim something? It ain't something that you ran up? Something had to go up, right? Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I just banged Exxon today. What else could I hit? Not for a lot, just for a little. Conoco. I'm in Conoco. Look at the RSI. Maybe I just sell 3 shares. That gives me $250. All right. We put that in. So we go look. What do we own that's the opposite of this? And once we know that, we come over here and we look. We go, man, we could put it into, we could sell, if I sold 4 shares, I could buy what? What is CRM right now? 230. So if I sell 3 shares, I'm buying a stage 2 breakout right here. So I'm peeling off gains to roll it into a new stage 2 breakout, man. Come on, man. Let's pull this over. Fuck, we're lucky. Right there, man. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Look. That's what's happening. We're breaking out, man. Right there. Breaking out. Stage 2 breakout. Now, you might say, well, I don't own any Conoco. Okay, I'm just showing you if you did. You know, if you did. If you had this diversified fucking thing, this holding, does that mean we sell all our Conoco? No, man. We just trim it a little and we'll leave it be. Let it run. Let it pull back. Maybe look at adding. And as you stay on this train and as you go forward, next few months, next year, 2 years, 3 fucking years, you're collecting 3 years of dividends. You're looking to be a buyer of oil stocks when the RSI is low and you're looking to trim it when what? The RSI is high. Now, what if you trimmed Salesforce when that happened? You're like, oh, what do you mean? Meaning you bought it back here when it was low and shit, and now you're trimming it into these things. When you see these extremes, these breakout of the bands, if you have a lot of profits, you just trim it a little. You sell 2 or 3. 1, sell 1, fuck it. So right now, what if you were selling 1? What if this was the opposite and it's up here at 310 and you're selling 1? Now you got $310 and maybe you put another 100. Now you got 400. And so you're looking and what am I doing? I want to buy this shit. I'm trimming that shit. Right? So I'm watching the money flow, man. Whew. Me and my friend Ashton. What's up, Jessica? What's up, Michael? Michael's feeling that money flow too. Me and my friend Ashton are going to host a swing trading camp. I think it's just one day though, like a class. I think we're going to use Zoom. I'll let you know about it. I don't know if it's. I guess it's unlimited. I'm guessing we're going to record it. So. Take questions, shit like that. So. It's funny. Remember I was telling you about and I don't short-term trade anymore, but I can't help what I know. And back in the day when I was a short-term trader, one of my strategies was trading the bands. And whenever bands would get broken, see the break? When it would get broken, I would look to take a trade in the opposite direction. So here, I would be looking at being a buyer. And then up here, I'd be looking at being a short seller. But I need the band broken, not rubbing on it, man. I don't want dudes just holding their hand and fucking rubbing on it. That's not what I'm talking about. It needs to break it. That's a break, right? And it's not an argument of how far outside. You know what it is when you see it, man. It's broken, okay? That's a break. What is this? That's a break. What is this? That's a break, okay? And I was a super short-term trader. And when I would see that, I would take the opposite. So I'd short it. And where would I cover it? Bam. As soon as it broke the 20, I cover it. And you go, well, what if it keeps going? That's not the game I'm playing. That's not the game I'm playing, man. I'm short, I'm covering it, right? I'm short, I'm covering it, right? That's the game I'm playing. Here, I'm trying to get long, and what? I'm getting stopped out for a loss. This is a loss because I'm not holding that. So I would get long because it broke the band, but it pulled back, but it did it way over here. So, would I have closed the trade? Probably, but I don't want to make it. We're looking back, so it's perfect. But sometimes it just goes sideways. You're out, man. Or you get stopped out. And then what? Breaks the band, right? Now what? We're pulling into it. And I'd have a little formula for how far I'd put my stop and how long I'd hold it. But that was the basic concept. Not perfect at all. And some don't work at all. And some work perfect, like just 20 times in a row. But I would watch like 10, 15 stocks every day. And then at night I'd research and find ones that look like they're pushing back, and then I go see the news on the stock. What's going on? Is it a shoe company? Is it a beverage company? Is it an automaker? Is it an airlines? Is it a fucking hotel? Is it a does it do paper things? Is it Coinbase? Is it a growth stock? Is it what is it? And then see, okay, that's probably an overreaction. And then, try to take a move, man, opposite direction. But doing that, you're going to be shorting into strength. You're going to be buying into weakness. So it's an opposite game, man. Tough to do if you're working or got other shit to do because you got to watch it. But I still keep an eye on those. And those days become important. And those days flow with inside the money flow. I mean, they typically come up here and they typically come down here, is what you see. So I don't need them on here anymore to see it. I can usually tell by the RSI, and you can just tell by the movement of the stock. So you're seeing the birth. This is the birth of a baby. This is day one of a confirmation of a stage 2 breakout. Price broke above the 20-day moving average yesterday, and now the trigger, that ... 5-day exponential moving average. There's 5 days in a week, Monday through Friday. We take an average from Monday to Friday closing price, and we put it on this little dot, and we put it on the screen. And where is the average of the 5-day? 220. So if you look over here, right, 5-day exponential, 225.57. Well, where's price? So price is 230. It is $5 above the average price of the last 5 days. We have a trend underway. Price is moving. Well, where's the 10-day? The 10-day exponential average is 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 of the 5-day exponential moving average. Where's that located? If we look over here, we'll see. See how we're breaking down the day? Oh, look, 224. The 5-day exponential moving average has moved above the 10-day exponential moving average. The price has moved above all 3 moving averages and is now closing above the 20. What you're witnessing is the birth right there. Right there, man. That's what it's all about. Price put in a stage 1. Now it's breaking out. Starting to move. And some people get so greedy and so full of themselves, they'll think, can you buy it here after it was right here? Making the assumption that they knew that was the low, but you didn't know until now. You didn't know that was the low till now. Now you could have known. You say, what do you mean? This is why I try to guess the low and the high every day. I draw the anchor point. And then what? Next day it moved up. I draw it in my head here. Well, where's the low? Well, today's higher than the low yesterday. I need 4 of those before I can even begin to think, yeah, that's the bottom, man. So I watch the next day, see the bar comes out. Window is sold of the market. There you go. That day held. That day held. What do I have now? I have me a box being built. On top of what? An extreme low RSI. So if I'm watching the money flow, I'm seeing the pattern. Price sold off. Price stopped. We think. Started to go. Oh boy, the assumption that I make drawing that anchor point and then locking it in on those 4 days saying, hey, this is the bottom. How dare I? Who am I to say that? What is wrong with me? How dare you? You don't know the bottom. You're not a fucking gypsy or clairvoyant. Are you? I might be. Sorry there. Tom, don't wave. Nobody cares you're here. I do, though. I've been waiting on you. Tom, I've been waiting on you to arrive. Now you're here. This is CRM. Oh, should I stop and put Twitter up, sir? I'm sorry. I might fucking slowing you down. There's our target. Look at this, man. Apparently I'm boring him with my CRM talk, breaking down the trade. So as we witness the birth of a baby, day 1 of a confirmed stage 2 breakout, right there, man. You don't need to say, Gerald, would you buy that? I wrote a book on it. If I had the money, I would buy it. You don't need to ask. The guy says, why aren't you buying it? Shit, I might not have any money. CRM, I can only tell you what I do. It's undervalued by 46%. 46%. So whatever stock you show me, I'm going to go 46%. 46%. 46. It's day 1 of a stage 2 breakout, and it's 46% undervalued. How do you pick stocks? It's 46% undervalued, trading below the 200 in the Dow Jones 30, one of the largest, most successful businesses in America. Below the 200-day moving average. You think I'm the only guy in America noticing that? You don't think there's some real smart guy like me? Maybe not as handsome, but not as charismatic. Doesn't have near as many followers on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube as me. But he's a professional analyst who makes more money. And he works at this hedge fund. He works at this mutual fund. He works at this insurance or this family endowment fund or this private boutique trading firm or an investment firm for a large family or a corporation or a business. And he's sitting in a fucking office and he's looking and he goes, damn, CRM is undervalued by 46%. Maybe we buy 1,000 shares. Maybe we put $337,000 in there. And we're going to sell it at $254. We're going to turn $230,000 into $254,000. And we got the weight of the undervalued under us. We got the break down from the Bollinger Bands. It's on an extreme on all technical indicators. So we could pick up an easy. See what I'm saying? Other guys are thinking about it, people with much larger money. Where's Campbell's? We'll look at Twitter. Now let me show you something. See where it broke the bands? I don't need to see bands to know it broke the bands. Why? RSI went extreme. And yes, given enough time, the band keeps going, priced at, and it's still banging the RSI. This is a zone. What is that? What is that right there? Now, let me take you money flow 3.0. I don't talk about this a lot because a lot of people's brains are too small to comprehend what I'm fixing to show you. You see this? See this pattern? It was shown to me by God when I was playing blackjack. You're going to see it in these other indicators too, man. You're going to see the stage 3 form. You're going to see the breakdown, right? Where's it going to stop? Where it stopped before? Like, you're going to see it, man. That pattern plays out, man. You can see that in price movement. Well, what happens when it breaks the bands? Pulls back, man. How far? We don't know. We don't know that. What happens? It breaks the bands, pulls back. Now, this isn't enough room for me to trade it back in the day. That's not enough. That's not enough wiggle room. But I want you to see it works on Campbell's soup too. Just like Bitcoin. Just like CRM and Netflix. But different stocks move differently. Some stocks have long, sweeping things, right? Some don't. It's part of the 5 elements of trading, market selection. So you got to make sure your strategy even is appropriate for the market you're trading. What are we doing, man? Need 3.0. I don't think you can handle it, bro. This is bonds. Bonds are now trading below the 200-day moving average. Putting in a box. Where's the lowest low? Right there. Do we have 5 days? Of course we do. And a box, right? Previous highs. Is it cheap? Technically, bonds are signaling they're fixing to move higher. Is that cheap? I'm in it. I'm in it. I wouldn't say it's cheap. You say why? It's not cheap. It didn't break the bands. It's not on an extreme RSI. It's moved down, but it's not cheap. Hopefully we get another leg down. Let's see. You know what I'm starting to get again? Let's turn these Bollinger Bands off. Starting to get a lot of people send me GoFundMe accounts. I used to get that shit all the time. I'm starting to get it again. Hey, Gerald, I've followed you for a very long time. You've been very inspiring to me. My grandmother died. We don't have the money to bury her. I'm like, fuck, you said you've been following me 2 years? Can't come up with... What have you been doing for 2 years, man? You cover it. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Somebody might say, well, that's not very nice. I know. It's not very nice. I'm just telling you what I think. I don't always think nice. Snap. Shit, sometimes I think people are scammers. Let's see. Snap. Now, it's one thing. Their friend put it together and was coming to me. I've done those. But when the person's doing it, it's just weird. Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about those. I never say anything to them. It's just me and you talking, so I figured I'd tell you. What do we see on Snap? We got stage 1 developing, not a breakout. We had a little box. We're out of the bands. It's starting. Still a stage 1. We can't do a breakout till we get up here. He says they're full of shit trying to get free. Probably. I mean, 2 years. Throw it on a credit card. I mean, they'll put it on a credit card. They'll finance you a funeral, I guess. I don't know. Snapchat. I like Snap. What do we think it is? Snap's really beat up, though, man. Oof. 72%. Reiterated yesterday, Brian White, hating ass, put hold on it. Reiterated 2 days ago, $42 target. Man, come on, Brian. Get on the train. 2 days ago. So we got a little bit of a mix. We got Brian hating on the stock, and we got everybody else kind of liking the stock. Money Flow's got a $47 target on it. Let's see. Gerald, are you adding to your BTC? Of course. Come on, Dad. So I sent out a thing. We added the other day. And right now would definitely be a good spot to add. I think we're looking at 44 and then 49 if we're playing the upside, which we've turned up, so I got to play the upside. Now, it's easy to be a devil's advocate and just say, oh, I think we're going down. All right, we get it. You're a contrarian. I don't have that fucking luxury. What I trade is what I see happening, and the moving averages are starting to come together. And this is a buy signal, so I can't have the luxury of being the guy that goes, because I'd look pretty damn stupid to have wrote a book that shows a breakout and then I don't take it because of fucking some YouTuber. Boom, first target, second target. Fundamental philosophy of the money flow is that quality assets, whatever you deem a quality asset, they appreciate or go up over time. Things go in cycles, though. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4. I want to take advantage of sell-offs in Stage 4s, but I want to buy it after it's been extreme, puts in an anchor point, builds a box, and starts to set up, irregardless of personal opinion. And when it's the best price, it looks the worst. Hello. So it's a buy here. Is it risky? Yeah. Does it make you nervous? Sure. I've got about fucking $65,000 of Bitcoin. How much do you have? And I got a friend, he's got 650,000 right now. So a guy's sitting on $2,000 trying to decide what to do. How about get committed, man? That's what you need to do. Get in the game, dude. All you guys not holding Bitcoin right now are out of your damn minds. It's had 14 consecutive years where it's done 100 and something percent. When it's fallen 50%, historically, it's gone up 400%. 400. It's done that its entire life now, 14 years. When it's had a 50% or plus drop, it's then turned around and gone up 400%. Go look. I could do a whole fucking show on this. And yet you'll have people go, nah, not buying it. Well, that's fine. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm playing this. Now, that could cause you to go, fuck, I'll put it all in. Don't do that. We could be wrong. They could be right. And it could go to zero. The reason I own houses in different streets is, well, tornadoes. And now I'm buying beach condos. I don't want them all at the same beach, man. I need to diversify against HOA problems, against storms. I want a lake one. I want one in the mountains. Like I can't have them all in the same fucking building where the HOA could destroy me. The town could pass. Like, what is that? Protection. Even though I found a place I'd like to buy 10 of them there. There are risks, right? So I analyze that. So I'm not going to have all my money in Bitcoin, but I might have enough that if I'm right, I make something, and if I lose, it's going to hurt. I got more in Bitcoin than I do Exxon right now. Let's see. Let's look at bros. Eric Diaz. Eric Diaz. I used to like the fighter Diaz. Let's see. Remember the Huntington Beach bad boy? Oof. Yeah, man. I would... Right, let's look at this thing. We know this thing can run extreme for a minute, though, dude. So, again, market selection. So go look. When this thing went RSI extreme last time, what? Like right around in there, and how far did it go? I mean, so this right here is just like, what is it capable of doing? Bitcoin's like this. Bitcoin can hit an extreme and then run for another 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? So with this can too. We saw it do it right there, right? So what do we do here, man? I'm just going to, if I'm you and I'm trading this, I'm just going to trim into that, man. Like, let this thing hit the 70, sell just a little. And if it runs higher, sell a little. And if it runs higher, sell a little. Eventually it's going to stop, and then it's going to, roll over, and it's probably going to come down, pretty damn fast, right? It's going to come down. Nice chart, man. So if you're in bros, stay with this for the rest of your life. Rest of your life. Don't fuck this up. If this goes back to 75, you get to decide if you're in it or not. You could mess it up. A lot of people get this, get a winning trade, get it going, and then fuck it up. What do you mean? They get out of it. You say, why would they do that? Because they're up. They're not used to winning. Freaks them out. As soon as they win, they take the money. And what if they lose? They hold it because they don't want to take a loss. So they end up with a whole bunch of fucking losers and sell all their winners. That's what ends up happening. Rather than just get into the flow, man. Get into the flow. Let's see. Are you using daily RSI when you're going long? Yes, sir. Not .on.my .worst day .pal. That is a cool name. You know that is a person of high social standing. Probably has a big fancy business, CEO of a large corporation. Or maybe a television personality. And they say, hey man, it was good talking to you, bro. What's your if people wanted to follow you, how would they do that? And you go, just go to @.not.on.my.worst.day.pal. Oh, hey man, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you. Just a tip, that's bad marketing. Now, he's probably not marketing, but for you guys that have businesses and your fucking name on Instagram is Hulu Girl 67421, that's dumb. You got to fix that. You got to get some shit that makes sense. Okay? I'm in full auto is hard enough, man. I go full auto 1-1 and they go, what do you mean? FULL. So now I just have it redirect. Like, go to geraldpeters.info. And it'll redirect you to Instagram. So I'm starting to go to that little you're a barber and your name's Barberman674 Crypto Eyes. What? What's your name? Oh, you guys that own businesses? Man, I would be all, you have to have Instagram, man. What's wrong with you guys? And then I go to your Instagram and all I see is you fucking taking days off. I'm like, yeah, we're not hiring this guy. Why? He's at the beach all the time. Like, what do you mean? Look at it. Look at him on Facebook. First thing I do when a renter applies for application, I go look at their Facebook. It's the first thing I do. So you guys that just post dumb shit on Facebook, like partying, guns, I hate Trump. I'm like, really? Yeah. Maybe not this person. Next application. Let's look at their Facebook. Just in case you didn't know, bankers do it too. When they go to borrow money, hey man, I want to buy a duplex. Okay. Do I need good credit? Yeah. And you might want to clean up your social. You look like a dipshit. Or if I go on there, wow, you look like a hard worker. Man, you're doing some cool shit. Like you tell me. Had a guy the other day. He said, chill, Gerald, spill the beans. his daughter's going to be an artist. I said, well, let me see some of her art. He's like, what do you mean? You said she's an artist. Let me see some of her art. Oh, well, is that how? I'm like, you don't have it online? No. Oh. So you don't ever want anybody to buy her art. I'm sorry, I was confused. So let's say, like I had a guy, look at Twitter start to break out as we speak. Right now I'm dropping you some business lessons. Let's say my friend sent me, this guy, my new friend, because he sent me jelly. Anybody that sends me food is my friend. And he sent me jelly. It's from his wife's business. And I go there and they got a little website. It's pretty cool. Now I didn't run it down, but if I'm her, and I'm trying to grow that shit from home, I'm assuming they're banging the Facebook. And then I would go live making the shit. I'd go live with recipes. I'd go live giving away some. I'd go live interviewing other people. I'd put together like a little PDF recipe book so you can make jelly at home. Man, people aren't going to make it at home. They're going to order from you. But they'll buy the book and then go, man, this looks complicated. I think I'll just order from them. That's what people do. Keep trying to explain this to my pool guy. I'm like, there should be pool stuff, man. No wonder you ain't got no customers. It's like, take pictures of people in the pool, do pool things, tell me how to fix my pool, have some, like use it. It's free, bro. It doesn't even make sense. It's completely free. Let's see. Facebook ads work. Yeah, you don't even need to run an ad. You really don't, man. I see a lot of people running ads. Damn, you don't need to run one. Just fucking make one and then share it. But that's called work. People don't want to work, make video after video, live after. They don't want to do that. They just want to buy it. I just want to start off right there. Let's see. Yeah, Twitter, man, I'm in this. I'm waiting toward the close here. I'm going to give it a little while. And if these things are holding up around 2 o'clock, I got to make some moves. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at PLTR. I already bought some ARK. PLTR, we could add a little here. Yeah, man, looks good. Market looks good, man. Got to get that before, after pics of the pool. I'm cleaning some now. Yeah, man, got to get some. Doing the pool gig, man, you might need to. I mean, you could go cheesy and put some girls in there or some guys. Start taking some pictures. Start fucking. Well, that's a whole class. I don't want to give it away, man. Be like my friend Doc, just go buy a camera crew. Fuck it. I'm not even going to hold the camera. I'm just going to start off with a camera crew. Let's see. No, so I do a lot of recording and I think about that a lot, man. I don't run ads to sell books. I do try to sell books though. I don't know if you know this. That's kind of trying to spread the gospel of the money flow. More people that do it, the more it works. It's like it's in my interest. Like, obviously. But I also like talking about it. Nobody around me talks about it. I go to the bar, nobody there gives a fuck about Exxon or that it's on an 86 RSI. Nobody cares, right? So the things that fill my brain, nobody's worried about. So then I go and I put it on a podcast and I talk about it. And complete strangers listen and go, yeah, man, I like that. And then you know what I'm saying? Like, and you make these connections. And then they send me things and go, hey, man, do you see this? And I go, whoa, I didn't see that. And what? Now strangers have my prosperity. And I'm a stranger to them, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man, if you think about it. Gang, gang. I know, Alex, that's why we're here. So it's neat, right? It's neat, man. It's neat. There's nothing big jumping off at me here. Let me scroll through real fast. Same old shit, man. I haven't done much. I didn't do anything yesterday. Why? I put a chunk of money to work on the 24th, the 25th. So now I'm kind of waiting to see. These stocks are going much higher, so I'm not worried about that. I'd almost rather get them lower or buy the breakouts is kind of where I'm at. The guy said, what do you mean? This is a big span here, man. I don't think this is getting covered in a couple days. Like, I think this is going to hold up. 20 is going to come down. Look, right here. It's going to start to move sideways. This is going to develop. And I'd feel a lot better buying Uber, breaking above the 20 than buying Uber right now when I just bought some over here. Makes sense? I mean, I want this pattern to play out. I want it to be ready. So I'm not in a big rush. I got a lot of money in the stock market. And I'm sure most of the Money Flow gang does too. You don't need me to tell you, add to ARK. Like, anybody who's traded with me for a minute knows we're in this thing. You don't need me to tell you, Or UPro. Remember last week I was adding to these? We were adding to these in here. Is that a breakout or official stage one? No. But what happened? Remember I told you, when I call audibles, one of the things that I'm looking at, and I don't rarely talk about this, because then you'll have fucking bands on the mind. Every time there's a band, somebody will be saying, "Did you see the break in the band?" When that breaks, the bands, like way outside of the bands, a pullback is almost, it's, you call an audible there. Those are bottoms. So if you ever watch me and I'm like, hey, I'm calling an audible, meaning what? It's breaking the band. Yeah, it's usually, but see, that one's not enough, man. Look, that's not that low. That was barely. And you say, what do you mean? The bands are now going sideways. So it's not just breaking the bands. It's what stage are we in the money flow and the bands being broke. So the breaks down here and the breaks up here mean way more than the breaks in the middle or a stage 3 and a 1. And so we have to be able to put it all together. I have to be able to see price. I have to be able to dot my anchor points. I have to be able to draw support and resistance. And I have to be able to clearly see, am I in stage 1, 2, 3, or 4? And then if we're in a 4 and I have a break outside the band and the RSI is extreme, I know that price has gone too far too fast. It's too far. So then I go analyze it and I say, is this a total fucking collapse? Is this thing going to zero? Is this did the worst thing happen? And you're like, no, it's just technical sell-off. Hedge funds are selling, people are shorting, people are scared. Oh, well, I want to buy that. And you're like, well, what if it goes down and does it again? I want to buy that one. Just because as a general rule, buying those pays off over time. Yeah, I'm telling you, it pays off over time. And if I'm playing the game of time, so, we added to these triples. That's UPro, TQ, right? Is that set up stage 1? No, now you could start swing trading them. So now I'm like, okay, this is set up for a swing trade, Boom, where's your target? Previous high. That's in my mind, this is the chaos that's happening on a daily basis. So I'm feeling pretty good about we added some. If we go back to the high, good, I get my balance back. Plus I was able to tag some here. Now you may look back and go, oh man, and feel bad. I didn't buy more. Don't do that. You bought what you could buy. Just stay with it. Through the ups and the downs and the 1s and the 2s and the 3s and the 4s and the 1s and the 2s and the 3s and the 4s and the 1s and the 2s and the 3s and the 4s, as it goes doing that slowly over time, grinding higher and higher and higher the Dow. And you say, well, it doesn't do that. Let's back up to a monthly. Yes, it does. Now, based on what we said, this is a monthly. It is a rare occurrence to have the bands broken on a monthly. If that ever happens, you know what to do. You're going to see that rarely happens. So rarely that it's barely even used. And the RSI is the same. Let's go to the weekly. I want you to see what just happened on the weekly. Last week when we were talking about it, what happened? It broke the bands, man. That's why we're calling an audible there. That doesn't happen often. It's rare. Happened there. When's the last time it happened? Back in the COVID days, happened over there. When's the last time it happened after that? What was this? 2019, the end of 19. We had a pretty big move down, right? Just doesn't happen a lot. These are audible days, man. Those are audible days. We don't get them often. Don't apply them to every fucking stock either, man. Like, be careful how you throw that around. Man, that was amazing. You know. I hope Ashton's not on here. He's gonna be like, man, I thought we were doing a class. You're just doing it free. What do you think about AT&T? I like AT&T. I like stocks that cut their dividends because you guys don't like them, so it makes me like them. They cut their dividend is smart. They need to cut their dividend. They have too much fucking debt. They pay out too much money, and they need to get rid of the Time Warner bullshit, and they are doing that. So I like the play. I like it. Broke the band. We already knew this was coming. This is not secret. It could go lower. The RSI is not extreme. You know, the last buy was right here, right? So not a buy yet. It's not extreme. This is not a buy signal. Look, it's not extreme yet. It did break, but I mean, there's a level there. I don't know. I would wait and see on T. I'm not looking to add money here. The outlook on T is weak, at least in comparison to peers in its industry. Yeah, no shit. That's why it's on sale. I mean, you guys don't think you get stocks on sale because they're doing good. Like, you got to get that through your mind. You're going to get Coke on sale when Pepsi's kicking its ass. Hello. You get how that works? Like, you get Ford at $4 when shit's bad. It's the only way it works. When things are good, the price is high. I don't know. You don't get nice houses cheap. You get shitty ones. Like, so we're playing that game where we're trying to determine, is this insurmountable? Is this, the worst it could be? Or is this just temporary setback? So, yeah, to get good stocks on sale comes with bad news, bad sales, bad quarters, missing them. That's the reason they're on sale, man. So if we don't like that, and I'm not picking on you, I'm just saying if we don't like bad news, bad sales, missed quarters, if we don't like that, then we can't be a person looking for deals because you won't get any fucking deals. Deals only come when there's problems, man. You only get shit cheap when the fucking house is messed up. If the house looks nice, the porches look nice, and it's painted, and everything looks good, and the crown molding's up, it's got all new appliances in a great location, guess what? It's expensive. But if you're looking for a discount, you're not going to get shit 40% off unless there's problems. So if we go look at CRM, there's problems right now, man. We got the interest rates, right? What else we got? It's the wrong type of stock for this environment. It's not a dividend-paying stock, right? So as we go through, you're going to look, there's going to be problems. That's why it's under the 200-day moving average. So any stock like that, we got to keep that in mind. Is this the worst thing? That's why AT&T came down, right? Bad news. Now we weigh it. Is this bad news weighted in here? Well, this tells me not really. So I would wait here. I wouldn't add to, Ford cut their dividend. People bailed. Look at them now. Right. And that ConocoPhillips cut its dividend in half. And it was $32. They haven't added it back, and now the dividend is $90. The stock is $90. Jesus. I think it was 30. Let me back it up. Yeah, man, look at this stock. Look at this stock, dude. In the March lows, it fell to $19. It's $90, guys. 90. When you bought back then, you were buying problems. Being a landlord. You know why a lot of people don't want to be landlords? Because every day you have a fucking problem. Every day I have problems. Shit broken. This doesn't work. Flip this. This payment's late. Gotta pay this guy. Contractor's not where they're supposed to be. Just problems after problems after problems. That's how you get rich. They must have cut their dividends to reinvest the money. Yeah, dividend cuts are good, man. Go look at Kinder Morgan. They cut theirs. It fell and then it ripped. Warren Buffett started buying it after they cut it because it was smart. I like this. AT&T should have cut it totally. No dividend. Fuck it. We're just putting it all back into that's what they should have done. Let's see. Where else we have? I'm new to investing. Started with crypto. Are you really an investor, sir? If you started with crypto, I don't know that we can call you an investor. Let me reword your statement. Hello, Gerald. I'm new to investing. I decided to invest in the most speculative asset in the history of the world. Looking now only to buy stocks that pay dividends to get my money growing. Looking now to buy the safest assets in the world. I love the bad news. This is time to buy. Yes, sir. Is it Alice? Alice? You went from Shiba to wanting to buy dividend stocks. That is a big fucking middle, bro. But let me caution you. If you got into crypto and then crypto went down, you're like, man, I'm not really into this crypto. Let me buy these dividend stocks that have gone up. And then dividend stocks start to go down and you say, well, I'm going to take my dividend stock money and go buy these growth stocks that are going up. What you are doing is chasing money and you're not building a portfolio and you are not an investor. And that, unfortunately, is what a lot of people are. They were into growth stocks and then they got smashed. And rather than keep their growth stock portfolio, they're now thinking, oh, I should have invested in dividend stocks. So they sell the growth stocks to buy dividend stocks that are overpriced. And when those pull back, they're going to be like, fuck, I should have stayed in growth stocks. What they are is just chasing money. They're not building a portfolio. You want to have growth stocks. You want to have crypto. You want to have real estate. You want to have dividend stocks. You want to have some mid caps. You want to own some everything from tankers to AT&T to Visa to Bitcoin. And you want to build this shit out based on the one that gives you the opportunity for the greatest return over the next period of time, right? Whatever your time period is. Or specialize in one too. I mean, that's a possibility. But if you're selling one asset to totally get into another asset, you're not an investor, you're confused. I'm not saying you are. I'm just using your question for an opportunity to explain from Yoda, me, to you. Chewbacca. Chart for BBY is looking nice. Not the ladies. I wouldn't call you Chewbacca. Maybe some of you. Yeah, Breakout Bed Bath Beyond. You're a couple days late. I like that stock though. A couple days late. This is kind of a shitty stock though, man. It's got a big up thing though. Yeah, he said Yoda. That's Best Buy. Hold on. Oof. Fuck, dude. I don't know, man. The analysts hate that stock, dude. They say it's overpriced by 25%. Is that right? Oh, dude. If you're in this, you might want to go read. I'm not in it, but they do not like this stock, man. It is breaking out, though. Do you like CH and GG? Everybody's stuck in that one. Are you stuck in that one? Did you buy it a lot higher and you're like, fuck, dude. Yeah, you're going to be in that shitty stock for a while. I don't like it. I don't like stocks that drop that big at earnings. It scares me, man. This thing missed earnings and it didn't just drop, dude. It totally fucking collapsed. I mean, this is not even cool what this stock did. Look, $60 and it closes at 30 because of an earnings miss. It drops 50%. That's crazy, man. That tells you the people that own this stock, these are some weak ass hands, man. That is insane. Like, who's the guy selling at 37? How bad do you think things are that you're hitting the dump button 50% down and then continue dumping it? I don't know, man. This thing is the same price it was. Something is wrong with this stock, man. I don't know, man. Somebody the other day told me they have no competition. Well, they probably, it looks like they don't have any sales either. I don't know about this company, man. I got a bad feeling. Would I continue to hold this and build this, or would I rather buy Uber? Boy, I like that Uber. So I don't know, man. I can't speak to it. I don't own the shares, and I got out of that stock. I don't like it, man. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what they do. Yeah, now I like Roku. I use it every day. Every day I turn on the Roku and I hit the little stick button thing. I like it. I would have said I liked it here and I like it here. So we've been going down. I think it's cheap. It is still an overpriced stock, but it's the number 4 portal to the world of television in America. They have a crazy target of 323. That was reiterated 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 12 days ago, 14 days ago. So I'm not the only idiot that likes it. The Wall Street idiots like it too. We're getting a buy signal. I like it. I'm buying some today. I'm waiting towards the close, man. I just feel a spirit leading me to wait a little bit. I know some of you guys have joined me in the Discord and the Money Flow gang. You're like, it's been 4 days. He ain't done anything. I did something last week. Now I'm waiting. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. Exact prices. I'm not chasing. I'm not excited about this. I'm not sad about it. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I don't think anything big's about to happen one way or the other. I think the market's digesting a lot of shitty information. What appears to be fucking very slow administration, possibility of interest rates going up while we're still dealing with Omicron. A lot of fucking uncertainty. Housing prices are still high. People still don't want to work. So, it's not like the economy is fixing to catch fire and run away. So I think we have plenty of time. And these prices are going to bounce around. We're starting to get breakouts. I do want to honor that if I have money. I don't trade the news. But my point being is, I don't think one way or the other. I don't think they're going much lower, but I don't think we're fixing to rip a whole lot higher. We got a lot of overhead resistance on a lot of these stocks. So if this stock runs and hits 240 and I start saying trim it, most people are going to say, but I'm underwater. And they think the market cares. Market doesn't give a shit where you bought it. It's going to run up and it's going to hit an extreme and then it's going to start to go sideways and it's going to sell off. So you have to play the hand you're given, but I like it here, man. I like Roku. Good question. I sure would love to be in Discord. I like to just have that avenue to keep content in my ear. Well, stop being fucking cheap and join. Shit ain't hard. It ain't a secret. You just apply. You got to own my book, and then you apply. See page 29 of the newsletter. What are you waiting on anyway, man? Some people join like they think I can move the market. Like I have some like I know where it's going. I have no idea. What I am going to do that you're not going to do is I'm going to watch Uber every fucking day from here until I'm 95 and die. I'm watching it. And I have a whole bunch of these stocks that I watch every day. That's all I'm offering, man. I do this every day. Every day. This is it. Like I watch the markets. I make moves with money. Then around 1 o'clock, I head out and go work on properties and collect rent. And then I look for shit to buy, right? I just sold a bunch of stocks to buy a Airbnb. So I'm just trying to make money with money, man. Rolling money. I just let people come along for the ride. Let's see. SoFi. GP, what are your thoughts about Square? Got in around 150. This is a good entry point. Or average down, or wait for some more stage 2 breakouts. Don't trust the money flow. I say you should ride with the money flow, sir. You have stage 2 breakout here, or stage 1. It's confirming. So your real buy signal was yesterday. I bought some of these on the 24th, right there. Looks like the bottom to me. The guy says, you didn't do that. Yeah, we did. Sent out a text, but spread money across the entire portfolio. We got time. It's not a breakout. It is a stage 1. So yes, if you have money, this is where you want to buy. It's probably only coming up to about here. You said you bought it 150. That wasn't a bad buy, sir. Stay with it. Do it again. Now we're position trading. So you buy the next one. Well, what if it goes lower? Buy the next one. Don't have weak ass hands. So if we come over here and we put in square, what do we think it's worth? $236. Reiterated 2 days ago, 7 days ago, 7 days ago. So if you're a complete dumbass, you're in good company, sir. I like it. I'm with you, man. I'm on the square train too. Come on, man. Square. This is a buy right here. Come on. Hello. This is a buy, man. I love it. You guys are so smart. That guy's not even in our group, man. Fuck. Sir, I wish you were in our group. Make my day better. I could talk to a genius like you every day. You'd be dropping stock bombs. Be like, hey, man, did you see this? I like those people. They always asking me shit they can make me money. I love those questions. Let's see. Square is an interesting company. Nice pick. I like this. RBLX. I like my picks better, but let's look at yours. Oh, Robot Corporation. All right, let's see what they think it's worth. $112. All right. I like it. Good one. You're below the 200. This looks like it has a little potential. I like it. Do you yell at us in the group? If so, I will apply. No, I don't yell at people in the group. Those are my friends. That's not true. People have quit because I was mean to them. Let's see. I like it, man. I like it. So what we're looking for is this setup over here, right? There's our stage 1, right? There's our breakout. Then what? We're looking to take it down, right? So we'll be looking what? Take it down. It's probably going to be right over in here. Previous high, maybe here. I like it, man. I've been buying CRSP. It has been dropping. My average is 75. What do you think about it? I like this. I like the sector. I like what they're doing. ARK owns it. Indirectly, I own it. And it's breaking out today. I think you should be pressing it. You should press your trade here. I would press it. I'm going to say it's got a lot. CRSP. These, if you... Yeah, I like it, man. Looks good. Jack is going all in on Square now. Is he now? That's how you get rich. Square was a good one. Nice heads up. Let's see. Could you look at UUA? UUA. Are you sure about that? You mean UAA? Oh, UAA. Sorry. Under Armour, man. I hate the product personally, but I know other people like it. I'm sure this is undervalued. I'm sure they have supply chain issues. Let's see. $29, 50% upside. So we got that going for us. Yeah. Yeah. I like Nike better. I'm in Nike. It's the same trade. I like it though. Yeah, I like it. I like drive shaft. Now don't build drive shaft where it's your largest fucking holding and you got everything in it and it fucking crashes and you're like, but Gerald, you told me. Don't do that. Okay, I'm buying drive shaft too. I'm gonna get about 10,000 shares and that's it. Okay, I can only have so much of this damn company. Say as much as I love Uber, it cannot get more than, Uber. I might push it. I'll go as high as 15, 20%. But that's pushing it. And that's only because it's a big-ass company. The smaller the company, the less percentage it can play. Some of you guys got 90 fucking % of your net worth in Bitcoin. I think that's crazy. And I love Bitcoin. pull some of that out and go buy some real estate, and then take their money and buy Bitcoin back. When you do it like that, you're making it sound like you've got one shot, one chance, and that's bullshit. These things are going to play. When you're dead, Bitcoin will be going up and down, up and down, up and down. We've been trading the Dow Jones for 150 years. I don't know if you know this or not, but they've been trading gold long before you got up. 5,000 plus years. We've been trading bonds for 350 years. So if you're feeling FOMO or got to run out and do, like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So get that together. All right? There is no urgency. There is no, did I miss the train? None of that. Any of these things that are legit, that's how they last. Now, the shit that goes up one time and goes away, those are memes. Right? If you get lucky and you make some money in a meme, good. Go buy something with it. Something real. You take your profits and you go buy a house or an apartment building. When you catch shit like that. And that's how you get rich, man. And some people have a natural talent for finding those things. Find them, but you got to limit how much you put in, man. So you go find them. You do 3 or 4. But first question, whenever someone asks me about a coin, I go, how much Bitcoin do you have? And if they don't have much, I'm like, dude, stop wasting my time. You're still learning. Like, you got to start at the beginning, man. Let's see. But, I mean, the money's real. If you catch a fucking run and it goes up 1,000%, you made the money. Good on you. But turn it into real money at that point. Like, turn it into forever money is what I'm trying to say. You catch an NFT and it goes up 10,000%, good. Pull your money out and go put it in real shit. Or move it to a dividend stock. Or put it in keep it forever, man. And then go find another one. And then another one. And do it for the next 20 years. Like, it's not a one-time thing, man. So we don't go all in on Doge. We buy Doge, we buy Shiba, we buy MC, we buy that, we buy this. We get a big win, you pull that off, and you put some into that you just keep. You put it in Exxon and you don't sell it. And that's how you keep wealth forever. And if you keep playing this game and keep getting up and keep looking, you're going to catch shit that runs. And then it's up to you to properly manage it, Then you have to be a presence of mind. You don't get to blame fucking, the things everybody blames for it. Let's see. Nice. Stage 2 breakout, OSTK. What a joy. Wonderful people that have come today to say, Gerald, let me give you a bounty of stage 2 breakouts. Look at this one. It's the birth of a baby. Look at this. Right there. They read my book. Right there. Makes me proud. Very happy. This is stage 2 breakout happening right in front of you. Look at that. What's the upside? OSTK. My life's work is complete. They learned. 103. Look at that, 103. The money flow says 107. Pretty damn close, right? But you're probably going to hit some right up in here, maybe right up in there, and then what? It's not going to go straight to 103. Okay? This is what it's going to do. It's going to put in its box, it's going to break, and then what? Tag the RSI, and profit taking comes in, what? Pulls back. We'll see where things are, and then what? Breaks out, right? Runs up a little higher this time, right? That's the game, man. Comes down, and then each time it comes down, right? What do you have going on? This slow uptrend, right? And each time, someone new enters the market. And the guy bought here says, wow, this sucks. But the guy bought here says, no, it doesn't. This sucks. And this game plays with you or without you every day. Isn't that beautiful? We are beautiful people, man. The things we get to do. You guys are so lucky. Women take this for granted, dude. 100 years ago, you're not allowed to play this. Sit the fuck down. Shut up. That was what it was. If you're a minority, you don't get to play this. You know that, right? A lot of you guys are ungrateful. You don't get to play this. My people, coming over from me. We're indentured servants. We don't get to play this game. They don't let us in this. It's many generations after we've been here. It's not until like my family came here in 1600 something. It's not till like the 1800s that any of them have 2 pennies to put together. It's not till, and I'm probably the richest one now. You know why? Because I bought property. They didn't know that. They didn't know to do that when they moved to America in 1850. Just keep buying property. And the guy with the rich, you ever watch Yellowstone? You know why he's so fucking rich? He bought land and put cows on it. He had an asset that appreciated, that produced cash flow. It's not complicated. It's not a secret. They weren't hiding it from your grandparents. They just didn't do it. They were selling houses in 1960. You know that, right? But your parents didn't buy them. Your grandparents didn't buy them. They were selling apartment buildings in 1970. I don't know if you know this. And then in 1980, and then in 1990, and then the year 2000, and then the year 2010, and now 2020. And when you're dead, they're going to be selling apartment buildings and houses and dividend stocks and bonds and Bitcoin and REITs and gold. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, beautiful. That's why I don't have any friends, because they don't fucking understand what I just said. They spend 0 time thinking about it. Let's see. Roku's turning around. What are you talking about, man? Roku's going up. Let's see. Intel. It's too soon. I mean, you could. But because I'm a super trader, I'm not adding yet. You might not be a super trader. You might be premature at a lot of things, not just trading. Now, technically, you could borrow one. So if we're looking at Intel, let's look at Intel for a second. Just look at it. That's the low, 46.50. Look at that. Let that sink in. $46.50 was the low on Intel. And what happened? RSI touched extreme. And now, do we have a box? Right? We got an anchor point. Where's our anchor point? Right here. So we got one here, and we got one here. Now, every day we print a candle, the high, the low, the open, the close, is the emotional energy print of people. What they thought about this. The buyers, the sellers. And this is what they do. What do they think? Now, it stopped here before, right? This little zone. It's hand grenades, not horseshoes. This little zone here. Stopped here before. That's the money flow. When it goes up, it stops where it was before. When it goes down, it stops where it was before. Price has memory. So as I'm putting all this together as a smart person and I'm looking, it's below 200. What do they think it's worth? I mean, am I the only guy thinking this? Am I being dumb? They say 55. That's not that high, man. It's not a big number. But it is. And guess what? Look where it stopped before. 55, 55. Look. A little higher than 55. Traded at a premium, came back down. Could we get back there again? Yep. Yeah, you could buy here. It's not a deal. It's not a deal. But it's not bad. Throw a little money at it. Can't go wrong stacking Intel, doing it over time. But as a trade, nah, man. If I'm going to trade these semiconductors, this is a semiconductor, right? We're going to look at the SOXL. Come on, man. SOXL. Now we're doing something. Look at this. It's a triple leveraged. Better know what you're doing. Better understand what it means for a stage one. See the compression of that 5-day, 10-day, and they're coming together? Remember? I told you got to listen to the Beatles over and over and over. Come together right now over me. Why? Because when they come together, That's when you get your moves, right? They're starting to come together. Now it's a ways from the 20. That means it's going to take a minute. And until we get above the 20, we're still in a stage one. We're still in a stage one. The breakout is price going above the 20, right? That's not this. That's a long ways. That means it's going to take some time, right? But where's our lowest low? Right here. Now remember what I said. How do you call an audible? How do we call an audible? Let's print this. Or say this. What do you mean when we call an audible? It means I kind of get outside of the money flow a little bit. Put those Bollinger Bands on there. I don't talk about this because you guys will be calling a fucking audible every 3 minutes. Look where it breaks. Right around in here, right? Yeah, man. I like this. Back to CRM, the baby that's being born. This is a stage 2 breakout happening right in front of you. This is a special moment. This is a moment of volatility, man. Bulls and the bears, a clash. It's a fight for the literal fucking soul and direction of the market, man. This is not just a day on here. I know to you it's like, nah, no big deal. I know, because this is just handed to you. It's the most baby... Dude, you used to have to calculate this yourself and draw it on fucking graph paper. How many of you would be playing now if you had to go home after work, get the information from a newspaper or from the radio, and then hand draw it onto a chart? Nobody here would be doing this game. Nobody. So you guys have been handed this. Couldn't be any fucking easier ever to get rich. Don't matter if your race, your sex, nothing. It's thumbs. You push fucking buttons with your thumbs. This is how easy this is now. Anybody can access this. You go back 100 years, none of you on here are doing this. None. Not one of you would be qualified to do this if society would even let you. And that's where we're at today. And there's people still not participating when it's been opened, handed here. You don't even need a pencil. You don't even have to know the calculations of this or who created the simple moving average or the MACD histogram. Totally taking this for granted. Everyone on here, every lady on here, everyone on here is totally taking this for granted. How fucking lucky you are to even have access to this stuff. And yet, most people do nothing with it. Nothing. What does this even mean, man? This 200-day moving average. You ever spend some time with it? What's it calculating? It's like a web. It captures price and holds it. This is the window into the soul of the movement of price. This chart. People just flip through them. Flip. Totally disregarding the people that came before them, that created all the indicators, the programming, and made all this that made it possible that we could even look at this and see what you're witnessing right there. Totally take it for granted. Stage 2 breakout. I do too, man. What is CRM worth? We all do. Try to make a hack of it. Try to compress it into our day, our time. Like the market cares when you bought something. Nobody cares. Market doesn't care. It doesn't give a shit where you bought a stock. It has nothing to do with the stock. That's all in your head. 337. So they think CRM is worth 337. What does the money flow think it's worth? 305. 305. That's beautiful, man. Look at this. We can easily get to there. It's one of the Dow Jones Industrial stocks. Massively undervalued, trading way below the 200 with a stage 1 and a breakout underway right now, happening right now. Nobody at your house even knows. Your friends don't know. Your girlfriend doesn't know. Let's see. Look at this, man. Hot_topic_properties has joined us. So on today's show, we're joined by real estate investor. If they were going to follow you, how would they follow you, sir? Well, Go to hot_topic_properties. That's plural. Properties. Properties. Again, hot_topic_properties. You're not getting on any television shows or radio shows with that handle. Do you understand that, right? It's going to be hard to follow you, sir. You're going to be at fucking open house. Be like, you're going to be at an open house, and you're going to be like, how can I follow you on social? I always ask the realtors that. How do I follow you on social? And they go, they're like, and then you're like, what is your handle on Instagram? Hot realtor 62_14. It's like, dude, come on. You go and you get a domain name that makes fucking sense and you direct it to your Instagram, right? This is not complicated. So let's say I wanted to go to my Instagram, right? Let me help you here for a second. I see a lot of realtors fucking this up. Let me help you. If I put in that, Instagram.com fullauto11 takes you to here, right? Oh shit, I'm sorry. If I put in Instagram and then my handle, it takes me to here. If you were to go get your web name, you could forward it to that Instagram. That's one way you could do it. So that you don't have to tell people, go to hot_. Oh man, let's see. All right, I'm not going to pick on you, Crystal, because you follow me. Let's see. Oh man. Here's your Flooring LLC, man. You got one too. A.A.1_flooring. That's going to be hard to say, bro. You're going to be on my podcast and I'm going to be like, hey, how can they follow you? And you're going to be like, A.A._642. uppercase whole life _2. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to follow you. Here's another one. K_we, not we, but we_. No, not we. It's underscore we. WEE. They're not going to fuck that up. Let's see. I know. They only give you so much. I'm kind of picking on people. I'm sorry, man. Mine ain't any better, man. They be like, what's yours? And I'm like, full auto 11. And they're like, 11? Yeah, 11. Full auto 11, if that helps you. Or 11. See, Clinton's got one too. Clinton.redhead. That's not bad though, man. Clinton.redhead. That's easy. Clinton.redhead. That's not bad, man. And it's Logan the Rice. All right, that ain't bad. I guess people could remember that. Champagne.to. Is it TEO? You're going to have to spell that, bro. If I have you on it. Okay, let's see, Lisa's. I am Lisa Wilson. But you can say that at least. I am Lisa. Oh, Elisa Ann. I can't read. Wilson. See? I am. Still a mouthful, man. It is. It's tough, man. People are like, what's your social handle? And then you're like, well, on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen these interviews where it gets real weird. And they're like, on YouTube, it's full auto 11, but then you add 25. And you're like, well, what about well, somebody else has that. And then, well, on Snapchat, it's this. So if you can, and you're in business, get one that you can get across all platforms, Twitter, Instagram. Just a tip. Just trying to help you guys, man. Trying to help you guys with your social. help you grow your social. You got to be able to say it. You need to be able to get it across all platforms. And then you start interconnecting them. So you create a piece of content on Instagram. You drop that shit on Twitter. People are like, well, I don't have a Twitter. I know, because it would take 15 fucking seconds for you to tweet. That's what it takes. 15 seconds. You hit the button, it opens, you move the picture, you copy and paste the same fucking headline, you hit the button, and then it goes out. I think he's a realtor, but he can't. It's too complicated. Okay. But that's how it works, man. Nugget contract clean. Oh, here we go. Nugent, Nugent contract clean. Nugent, Nugent, Nugent contract clean in. Clean, CLEANIN, clean. So like, man, it was great to have you on my show. How can people follow you on social? They can go to @NugentContractClean. It's like, clean what? Clean in. I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? @NugentContractClean. Oh, okay. Okay. That's going to be hard, sir. Let's see. Try typing mine into existence. Eventual. See, that one's not bad, though. Eventual.millionaire. Eventual. You're making the assumption they can even fucking spell that word. Eventual.millionaire. All right. That may work. You might could pull that off, but I don't know that I can even spell eventual. Let's see. That was fast. Daily Deck. Not DECK. So you don't want to name it, you're having to correct people. Like, you're having to tell them the one not to go to. Right? It's like, it's deck, but not DECK. It's DEK. Deck. See, that's the problem there. Let's see. Been a long time. DBA, my name, Hubbard Floors. See, that's easy, bro. Hubbard, HUBBARD, Floors. Sir, how do they follow you on social? That's easy. Go to @HubbardFloors. That's it. That's it. What about on YouTube? @HubbardFloors. What about on Twitter? @HubbardFloors. Snapchat? @HubbardFloors. You know, handsome guy like that doing floors with his shirt off. OnlyFans @OnlyFloors. Bro, you could branch out. Now there's this part of the floors for the people that have for the girls that like the construction workers who lay flooring without their shirts on. Let's see. Hubbard Floors changed his life just now because Chemo the Great. All one word, easy to say. Chemo. So KMOE the Great. Let's see. So yeah, Hubbard Floors. When you get the OnlyFans, on the OnlyFans, you guys are installing it. You shoot a second set of videos without your shirts on. And the ladies can follow you. Blow your business up, sir. Crystals. All right, hold on. Crystals and lasers. Crystals and lasers, right? CRYSTAL, crystals, plural, and lasers. That just feels like a lot to say. So if my followers wanted to follow you, where could they reach you? It's @crystals and lasers. I feel like you're going to have to follow up with, that's laser with an S, not a Z. Now you done fucked them all up. Lasers, LASERS. Lasers. Is that right? Lasers? See, I feel like we're fucking it up and you're sending traffic to somebody else's thing. No man boobs. Why do you make the assumption that all girls don't like man boobs? Some girls may. You can't pick perversions for people. You gotta let them be, man. Let people be themselves. King Duncan _ the Great. Really? Sir. So, King, it's been great having you on the podcast. If our listeners wanted to follow you, King, where would they follow you at? And then you reply with King Duncan underscore the great. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I like it though, man. It's got a ring to it. Fuck 'em. I'm the king. You don't like it? Don't follow me. King Duncan. I like it, man. Say that shit with authority too. King Duncan underscore the great. Let's see. J underscore fire 22. That's just, he didn't give a fuck what name they gave him. Let's see. Now, I can't say your name, sir. It's in Dutch. Marco I don't know, man. I couldn't say it. You could read it both ways. Jose.eth. So we know what he's investing in. ETH. King Duncan. So wait, yeah. See? Well, I didn't even think about that. You could spell Duncan Dunkin. I didn't even think about that, though. I was thinking En. Love you, man. Perfect, sexy accent like that. That's funny, man. You guys are funny. All right, man, I'll leave you alone. I'm picking on people. You don't even want me to start on YouTube because nobody gives a shit when they're picking their YouTube. Age of hyperism. It's Wag One Farm, fam. Wag One Fam. They're just abbreviations for things. Most of them. It's funny, man. Now, it's not fair of me to make fun of people but as I've been doing my podcast, this is why I'm bringing this up. I've been doing my podcast and I've been having guests on. And I always want to give their social handle. Like recently I've had some real estate guys and they want people to follow them. Cool. They ain't got shit to sell you. They just want to share what they do with the world. And I'm like, what's your handle? And I'll let people know. And it's like underscore Robert underscore hustle underscore nation underscore. It's like, okay, let's Rick Jarman had that too, man. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't think anybody can say it. Like, you got to figure it. You got to change this somehow. I have the professor. Is it the professor or professor? I literally had to write that down because I kept fucking it up. And I'd say it on the recording and say it wrong. And then you got to go back, edit it, and record just your part. And it's like, so now I write down everyone's handles. And if I have them on, then I'm trying to be ready to say it. And then some of them are just fucking crazy. It's like underscore this, underscore that, underscore that. Okay. We'll just write that. I won't bother saying it. I'll just say, hey, see the show notes if you want to follow this person. Yeah, Rick wouldn't even say his handle. He's a good old dude, man. Good old dude. I wish I could have helped him with a lot of that. We were just getting going on that kind of stuff. We were going to do some events together and just bad luck, I know it's day trade professor, but I always want to put a "the" in front of it. I don't know why I do that. I know him. I know his handle, but I still want to put a TH in front of it, which obviously isn't. Prophet Piggy. That's a good name. Prophet Piggy. So if I say, hey, thanks for being on, he was on the podcast, by the way. Thanks for being on the podcast. Prophet Piggy's on Instagram right now. How could people follow you? And he goes, at Prophet Piggy. Prophet Piggy. Easy. It rhymes. Not P underscore profit underscore piggy underscore, B24. Let's see. That's it, man. That's it. You got here late, Piggy. Leaving. You guys be good, man. I got to get some trades in here. I was kind of waiting until about 2 o'clock. See you guys later.